Join me as I challenge myself to spend an entire day with real astronauts and see what it's really like to live in space. I've always been fascinated by the idea of space exploration and the brave men and women who dedicate their lives to it. The opportunity to spend a day with real astronauts was a dream come true, and I couldn't wait to learn more about their experiences and what it takes to be a part of this elite group. Astronauts face some of the most challenging training and missions of any profession. The physical demands are intense, with astronauts having to withstand extreme temperatures, lack of gravity, and confined spaces for extended periods. They also have to be in top physical condition, with a high level of strength, endurance, and agility. Mental toughness is just as important, as astronauts have to be able to stay focused and calm under pressure, making life or death decisions in a split second. The mental preparation for astronauts is just as crucial as the physical training. They have to be able to work well under stress, think critically, and make quick decisions. The isolation of being in space for extended periods can take a toll on their mental health, and they have to be able to cope with the lack of social interaction and the feeling of being disconnected from the rest of the world. Astronauts also have to be highly adaptable, as they never know what challenges they'll face on a mission, and they have to be able to think on their feet. Astronauts training is a continuous process, with new skills and technologies being developed all the time. They have to stay up to date with the latest advancements in their field, and they have to be able to apply that knowledge in real-world situations. The training is grueling, with astronauts often spending 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, training and preparing for missions. They have to be highly motivated and dedicated to their work, as the stakes are high and the consequences of failure can be catastrophic. Spending the day with the astronauts was an eye-opening experience. They took me through their training routines, showing me the types of exercises they do to stay physically fit and the types of simulations they use to prepare for missions. I was impressed by their dedication and work ethic, and I was struck by the sense of camaraderie and teamwork that exists among them. They shared with me some of the key lessons they've learned throughout their careers, including the importance of staying focused, working together as a team, and being able to adapt to any situation. The astronauts I spent the day with were incredibly knowledgeable and experienced, and they shared with me some fascinating stories about their time in space. One of them told me about the first time he saw the Earth from space, and how it changed his perspective on the world. Another astronaut shared with me her experiences on the International Space Station, and the types of experiments she worked on while she was there. I was struck by the sense of wonder and awe that they still have for space, even after years of exploring it. As the day went on, I had the opportunity to participate in some of the training simulations, which gave me a taste of what it's like to be an astronaut. I was strapped into a simulator that mimicked the experience of being in a spaceship, and I had to work with the astronauts to navigate through a mock mission. It was exhilarating and challenging, and it gave me a newfound respect for the skills and training that astronauts have. The astronauts also shared with me some of the interesting anecdotes from their time in space, including stories about the types of food they eat, the sleeping arrangements, and the types of activities they do to stay entertained. One of the most interesting things I learned from the astronauts was about the types of research they do on the International Space Station. They told me about the types of experiments they conduct, and the types of discoveries they've made. I was fascinated by the work they're doing, and I was struck by the importance of their research for advancing our knowledge of space and improving life on Earth. The astronauts also shared with me some of the challenges they face in conducting research in space, including the lack of gravity and the limited resources. The highlight of my day with the astronauts was when we did a simulation of a spacewalk. I was suited up in a mock spacesuit, and I had to work with the astronauts to complete a series of tasks outside the spaceship. It was an incredible experience, and it gave me a sense of what it's like to be in space, with the freedom to move around and the stunning views of the Earth below. The astronauts were with me every step of the way, guiding me through the tasks and providing feedback and support. As we finished the simulation, one of the astronauts shared with me a personal story about his experiences on a spacewalk. He told me about the sense of wonder and awe he felt, and the types of challenges he faced. It was a moving and inspiring story, and it gave me a deeper appreciation for the work that astronauts do. The astronauts also shared with me some of the surprising moments they've experienced during their time in space, including unexpected challenges and surprising discoveries. Another memorable moment from my day with the astronauts was when we had lunch together. They told me about the types of food they eat in space, and the challenges of cooking and eating in microgravity. I was fascinated by the stories they shared, and I was struck by the sense of camaraderie and teamwork that exists among them. The astronauts also shared with me some of the interesting things they've learned about themselves and about space during their time on the International Space Station. As I looked back on my day with the astronauts, I realized just how much I had learned. I had gained a newfound appreciation for the work that astronauts do, and I had developed a deeper understanding of the challenges they face. I had also been inspired by their dedication, their work ethic, and their sense of wonder and awe. The experience had been exhilarating and challenging, and it had given me a new perspective on the world and our place in it. In conclusion, spending a day with real astronauts was an incredible experience that taught me a lot about the challenges and rewards of space exploration. I learned about the physical and mental demands of being an astronaut, and I gained a deeper appreciation for the work that they do. I also had the opportunity to participate in some of the training simulations, which gave me a taste of what it's like to be an astronaut. Thanks for joining me on this journey as I spent a day with real astronauts. If you found this video fascinating, be sure to comment below and let me know what you thought. Don't forget to subscribe for more engaging content, and I'll see you in the next video.